Paris attacks. ISIS video threatens terror attack on Washington, D.C. and countries taking part in Syria airstrikes. Operation Blackjack warning. This will be a video response and continuation from my last Operation Blackjack warning about the Paris attacks. We got all kinds of fresh information. And heads up, I'll give you this link from the Independent. ISIS has recently released a new propaganda video praising the Paris attacks and threatening to launch an attack on the U.S. Capitol and other countries involved in international coalition bombing its militant strongholds in Syria and Iraq. I will put a link to this. Washington, D.C. has been directly threatened by the Derka Derka, or ISIS, whatever you want to call them. CIA, whatever. Another one from the Independent. Paris attack. ISIS warns this is just the beginning after killing at least 127 people in French capital. So they have claimed responsibility for that attack. Like I said at the beginning of the video that I'm doing in response to, they had not claimed responsibility after that video up shortly. It was all over the news. We got dozens of arrests. Now, this is an Operation Blackjack hit, and heads up. There is a slide in Operation Blackjack that says, police raid known militants. There are raids going on all over the place. Dozens of arrests and French anti-terror raids after Paris massacre. This is going on in multiple countries. I'll give you this link from RT. Meanwhile, look at this. Was it an inside job? You tell me. CIA director met with French security chief before the Paris attacks. This came out November 14. It's all over the place. I'll put a link to it. The Daily Mail puts this out. Revealed 2 of the jihadis snuck into Europe via Greece by posing as refugees being rescued from sinking migrant boat. As survivors say, one of the attackers was a woman. How many weeks have we been talking about that the ISIS Derka Derka CIA agents are going to sneak in with all these refugees? Now, that is the official story. And these people are coming into the United States now. I'll put a link to this in the Daily Mail. Look at this. Check this out. Just wait. ISIS agent bears thousands of terrorists smuggled into Europe together with refugees and are now ready to strike. This isn't fear-mongering anymore, folks. These people are getting ready to be it the elite or the CIA or the cabal, inside job, whatever you want to call it. Shit's getting ready to go down. I'll put a link to this. Please tell me your thoughts. We got, they're here. The first 10,000 Syrian so-called refugees are being flown into New Orleans at the taxpayers' expense. Put a link to this. Meanwhile, this is encouraging. Growing number of states refuse to accept Syrian refugees in wake of Paris attacks. I applaud every state that's standing up and saying, we don't want these people here. And I agree with what F-Town said on his last show about this could be a perfect recipe for civil war in America. Please tell me your thoughts. Do you want the Syrian refugees living in your town? I'll put a link to it. President Obama is trying to guilt us into saying, well, this is not what America stands for. We need to help these people. I would agree. However, there are terrorists, so-called terrorists, CIA inside job, Derka Derka, coming in along with these people. Who knows how many of them have come across the southern border already? The FBI admits that they cannot properly vet these people. There's thousands of them. They cannot keep track of all this. Why would we put our country in such danger unless that was the goal, to put the United States in direct danger? What's the story going to be when nuclear weapons go off all over America? Well, we let the Derka Derka in here. They came in with the refugees. More Central Americans fleeing violence enter the U.S., suggesting another major surge. This from the Los Angeles Times. Meanwhile, GOP representative says at least 10 ISIS fighters have been caught coming across the Mexican border. At least 10? Probably at least thousands by now. I'll put a link to this from CBS DC. That's only the ones we know about. Meanwhile, World War III alert. Pope Francis calls Paris massacre part of piecemeal Third World War. You got the Pope coming out and saying World War III. Tell me your thoughts. Another one from Superstation 95, New York. France to invoke Article 5 of NATO treaty. NATO compelled to go to war against ISIS. U.S. may intern all Muslims. Look, just last month, you had John Kerry talking about Assad must go. Now you have the Paris attack. Now you're going to invoke Article 5 and declare war on Syria. I still don't think they're not going to sell this to the American people without some sort of big event. Probably the people, France is pretty upset right now, but Canada, everyone else is going to be involved in this. Operation Blackjack. I will put those links at the bottom. That is what I think is going to happen. That's the event they need to not only start this crap while we have an unlimited debt ceiling, but On the backside of all this order out of chaos, they take the guns from America. We have a new world order. We have a microchipped population. We're just crazy conspiracy people years ago talking about this. This shit's happening, folks. I'll put this link. I got several more for you. Investment Watch. Russia says Russia test fire. We got the whole World War III aspect. Russia test fires IBMs from nuclear submarine. If you have not seen that video, this is Russia's response to the United States launching Trident missiles off our west coast, of which after that one, they did another one. I'll put a link to this. Meanwhile, you got ISIS threatens to attack inside Russia soon, very soon. That from Heavy Magazine. Put a link to that. Illegal immigrants release Bill of Rights. Look at this. An immigrant rights group posted Bill of Rights for illegal immigrants Thursday, demanding that Americans recognize there are millions already in this country who deserve health care, in-state tuition rates, college, guarantee of citizenship, and all this list of 10 demands. The same as the U.S. Illegal immigrants release Bill of Rights. Meanwhile, what is all this costing the American people to bring all these people over here? $64,370 cost to resettle one Middle Eastern refugee in the United States. $64,000 per head. Unlimited debt ceiling? Why not? Please tell me your thoughts. Please rate this video. Please pass it around. Do you think I need to take a chill pill? Is it not time for people to get pissed off? Oh, I'm so sorry if I offend anyone, but I'm not. This is bullcrap. They're getting ready to light the fuse. Please tell me what you think. You guys take care, stay safe, remain vigilant. Shit could pop off at any moment. I'll see you on the next one.